And we're live.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 8 of 2SRL. So we're racing at France today at the Circuit Paul Ricard. Now, a quick history lesson about this track. Built in 1969 in Le Castellet near Marseille, and has featured on the F1 calendar on and off in the 70s and 80s mostly, and it came back last year in 2018. It's quite a technical track, which is what it was designed to be, because it was actually built as a test circuit. So there's a lot of challenging corners, and corners of every kind, really. So if it really tests the balance of a car and how just every possible aspect of the handling. Um, so 16 corners, all different, and this is a really tough track to really get the most out of. You really have to be right on it. So joining me in the box today is Mr. Kevin Magnuson, aka Popo Gamer, and
Hello.
I am Dan Pixel.
Yes, and we just start having the standings here. Um, a new thing is that Speedy he joined as a full-time driver for Mercedes. And so he gets all his points from being a reserve. And yeah, he's leading the championship by quite a large margin now. 48 points to Terra in second.
It's pretty hefty.
Oh
I think
yes,
it's fair
indeed.
to say.
Yeah.
Speedy's definitely one of the handier guys out there when it comes to driving. So good job to him.
Oh yeah, good job. And then just behind him from Terra, Nick, Ban, Silver, Tipsy, Clara, very close together there.
Uh, One thing worth pointing out: pretty much as soon as we got into quali, I saw Ter left the session, so he might have disconnected. Hopefully, he can get back though.
Yes.
I'm just going to open the stream on my trusty laptop here beside me so I can keep an eye on the chat. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them in. I will have a watchful eye
And we
when
have
going is quiet.
yeah, Wimpy saying it's gonna be dry quali and dry race. So
That's fortunate. Last weekend in Canada, there was a wet race, which I think some of the drivers didn't really enjoy so much. It definitely caught a lot of people out, so I'm sure some will be relieved to hear that it's going to be dry weather.
yeah. But
So,
yeah, it was a
people
very
going
good
around
race
to.
in Tier 1.
Oh, Silver's pointing the wrong way on his hot lap, and Team 1 has to avoid that. So, and they work from Timo, but that won't have helped his lap.
But yeah, I'm on board with Cursed here, who is in the middle of Sector 2 now, almost done with his Sector 2. Looked like a pretty clean lap so far. We have four drivers.
Glorious, the generational talent himself, has returned after his long vacation, and looking to clear up some unfinished business. Came tantalizingly close the last time out for him in China to a podium before he bottled it, which is quite a shame. But maybe he can change that today.
Oh yeah.
So best of luck to him. We'll be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, he definitely got the talent to do it.
Well,
No.
he's a generational talent.
Oh yes, indeed. But even
That's a
better
decent
thing.
first lap.
Yeah, pretty
It's
decent. I think
Yeah,
he was
it's not where
doing.
the pace will be, but
Yeah, I actually think he did better in the one shot quite earlier in practice. But yeah, it's a fine lap to start out with, indeed. Yes.
yeah. If nothing else, it's a solid banker to put down to then go and do your push laps, because it's really easy to cut here and invalidate your lap. So you really want to get your banker out early.
We are.
And
I'm on
Nick at
board with.
30.8.
I'm on board with Thimo, who is. I think he forgot what part of the track to use here. Oh, that was very weird. He was reinventing the track.
Yeah, he's just coming back to the pits. He
Okay.
caught traffic in the form of a silver pointing the wrong way.
Oh.
So Yeah, to award that one. Iceland,
Icewind.
30.3.
Hugo's one tenth under a tenth of the second after. Bans
Yeah.
and Nick very close. Yeah, very good.
Um, these are really fast first laps from Iceland and Hugo's, which makes me wonder, could we maybe see a 29?
Oh
That
yeah,
would be spicy.
yeah. I was of course in the voice chat with Bans when we did the tier one. He did a 30.2 I think as pole, and he was like 2 or 3 tenths up on his time, and then he messed it up in the last turn. So yeah, I believe that the best drivers can make it into 29 if they have a really good lap.
Yeah, there's definitely the potential there.
Oh, Jesse here, going straight in the chicane. We have Royce here on a lap on the mediums. We have 3 drivers on a medium.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Royce can do. It's a reasonable lap for mediums, 32.1.
Yeah, it's fine.
Expected a bit faster. He's impressed me with his not only his pace but his consistency so far, and he's managed to keep out of some of the bigger dramas and gain position through that.
Yeah, and I think just to mention, I think the tire difference between soft to medium is 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, so taking that into consideration, is really not that far off with that lap. So that's pretty impressive by him.
Yeah, indeed. Uh, oh, we have Speedy on a good lap on a medium actually. And that's his second lap he's doing. Let's go on board with him. Oh, GK Project saying the sound of the game is low. Let me change that. Is that better?
Oh, well, so a little bit of a mistake from Speedy there. Ran it a little bit wide, and the problem with running it wide there is normally it's not too much of an issue because you can't carry the speed through the corner, but the runoff on that corner is actually opposite camber track, so it really pulls you out if you get that far, so that might have cost him a bit of time. But, he's finished off the
Wait,
lap pretty well, so
wait,
all things
what?
considered, it's still a really good time.
Yeah, and
Uh,
if you remember that it's 1.3 second difference between medium to soft, he will
yeah,
definitely could do a
yeah, he's
129.
right in there.
Yeah.
He's right in there. And bearing in mind, given that he's done 2 flying laps, he's obviously carrying extra fuel.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it wouldn't be anyway significant at all on qualifying those, but it still adds up to something. So he has really good pace.
Belt Manic on a lap currently. I have said I won. Oh no, he's not on a lap. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely not now. Some
Oh, Clower doing the big sort of a drift.
are
Um,
doing the epic yeet. That's not what you want.
oh, indeed not. Or Thomas asking if I'm commentating in the play seat. No, I'm not, and that is and I'm sitting with a PS4 controller here and trying to learn how to go through drivers and stuff. Oh, yeah, I hit the wrong button every time. Uh, there you go. On board with Cursed here, Mr. Milos here. Yeah, going just a bit off there. Yeah, he's really using all of the track and more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the many problems with this game, of which
This
there are
track,
many.
yeah.
Yeah, this track is broken as far as track limits. It's honestly ridiculous. And supposedly the latest patch 1.09, I think was supposed to fix track limits here, but I think if anything, they actually made it worse. So GG's
Ooh.
Cody.
GG Cody's, yes, good job.
You might tell by the tone of my voice that I'm a little bit bitter towards Cody's right now. If you had seen Extreme Rivals the other day, you might understand why.
Oh
Uh,
yes, yeah, I remember.
just the amount of bugs and glitches for
Yep,
a game that some people will pay €70 for, and it's out how many months now, and it's broken. It's worse than 2018. It's just
oh
not
indeed.
acceptable. But fingers crossed that won't play a factor today. So far, it seems fine aside from track limits. So fingers crossed that's the worst of it.
Yeah, I think after the recent patches, the game have become even worse.
I would have to think so too.
I
Yeah,
haven't even experienced that many like glitches and connection problems before.
yeah. It seems to be getting progressively worse, which is clearly the wrong direction. And I just like these games are popular and they're making a lot of money, so I don't see why this is such an issue. While we're whining and moaning, Hugo is set to 130.2, so takes provisional pole. Nick has left the session, so I think he might have disconnected.
Hmm. Oh, then he just stopped in the pit lane. Wha- Okay, bans. What? Why does it say he's improving by 2 seconds? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that might be why. uh, I have a sneaking suspicion as to why he's 2 seconds up pole.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you're on the same wavelength, but I think I have a.
Yeah. Um. I think after I saw that chicane, there's a okay. Someone have taken out some signs there. Okay, never mind. We have work here. Oh, he's not on a lap. I, everyone I seem to go to
Yeah,
spectate
well,
be on
Speedy's on
in.
a lap on softs at the minute, and he's 6 tenths up in the first sector alone, so this could be one to watch.
Oh.
4 tenths, I should say. Speedy ramping it up. He's gone to the softs now. He set his first lap on the mediums, presumably to give himself as many hot runs on the soft tires as possible.
Yep. Yeah, it can be very hard to put one perfect lap together. So you want as
Yeah.
many goes as possible, of course.
This
Of
could be a
course.
good track for Speedy, I just want to mention, because normally tire wear is a bit of an issue on pad, but I think it's fair to say Paul Ricard tire wear soft to medium on the wheel anyway, so it's clearly less deg than most circuits, so that might play into speed.
Yeah, Mr. Pixel, I think you lagged a bit when you talked, but I think everyone heard what you meant. Some weird connection problems. Speedy goes third fastest. I was about to say only third fastest, but I mean, yeah, I think he can do better than that. But yeah,
Yeah,
fine lap still.
yeah, he did make a big mistake in Lebo C. He got onto that runoff, as I said before, is actually opposite camber to the track itself, so that really sucks you out and costs you time. So he definitely has time to find, and I'm sure he will.
Yep, I'm also very sure that he will. We have Slash here, 3 tenths up on his time. We have this big
Decent
field
improvement.
of drivers very close. Only tenths of a second dividing them.
Yeah, it's pretty close, just like last time, which is really awesome to see. Very competitive field.
Yep, Canada was crazy if you
Yeah,
saw that.
that was a pretty fun race to watch.
Yeah, it's great to see in quali. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Slash about to cross the line. It doesn't improve. Not a good third sector, I think.
Yeah, he must have lost out because he was up, I think, 2 or 3 tenths in the second sector. So, bit of a mistake. unfortunately.
Yeah, we have Nick here who's also improving by 2.5 tenths through the first sector. Let's see here what he can do through this middle sector. Still over a tenth of a second up on his time.
Yeah, dropping a little time in the middle sector there, but the good final sector, you could call that back. That's about as far as you want to go.
Yeah.
Any further, and you're losing time there. So he gathers it up nicely, and that was a really nice late apex. I think the third sector here is interesting. You want to take a lot of late apexes, so it's kind of hard to find the perfect line.
Yep. Oh, he
So
doesn't hit that apex.
yeah, not great.
Let's see. He
Yeah, no
just
improvement.
doesn't improve. I think we should go
Yeah,
on
he had a
board
good.
with
Uh,
bans here. Everyone we seem to be, I seem to be spectating on the stream doesn't improve.
you know what they say, commentator's curse. Neat and tidy there from Vance, not making the same
Oh
mistake as some
yes.
others. Bit of traffic there, but gets well out of the way. A bit wide there though.
Yeah, it's the
That will have
spectator
cost him.
curse we were mentioning.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can keep this last part together.
That was an interesting line through the last corner. Some people like to run it right to the left-hand curve to widen the corner as much as possible, but clearly his line worked because 30.0, that's pretty hefty lap. Got that from Vance.
That puts him
So well
on
done
pole.
to
So
Senior Bond.
yeah, I think with he did that mistake. Without that, he could probably go into the 130s. Yeah, I believe he should. But yeah, it's a good lap from him. He beats the SLR tier 1 pole. Like
So,
Tara was mentioning in the intro. Welcome to the second best DGL league or something. Yeah.
cheeky
Uh,
from Terra there. But in fairness, 2S did go and win it, and win it by some margin in the end. It was something like 50 points
oh
difference,
yeah.
I believe. Something pretty significant anyway, so well done to those boys.
Yeah, now Mr. Bilosh is on the case here.
Oh, our generational talent.
Yes,
What
two
can he
tenths
do?
up in the first sector. Someone's gone off there, someone DNF'd. Silver.
Yeah.
I think Silver's
Uh,
doing no assist, maybe. Yeah. Tipsy's
oh, okay.
DNF'd. Washed up. Triton. Clara. Hmm.
Uh, Milosh is putting together a really good lap here. He's 4 tenths up after the second sector, so if he can carry that through and be a pretty nice lap.
Does that nicely there.
Yeah, he's keeping it neat and tidy. Question is it fast? So far it is. So
I believe he can compete for P6, P5 around that.
yeah, I think he can pull out a pretty reasonable result here.
Come on, Mr. Bilosh. It is P8. Yeah, but yeah, look how close it was. That was what I meant with P6. Very close
Yeah,
there.
he did actually lose a bit of time
In
in
the
sector
sector.
3. So if he could have improved by actually only
Terra
14
puts
hundredths.
pole now, but we still have speed on our lap. But yeah, Terra beats Bans by only 200ths of a second. Speed
Yeah,
is improving by 2 tenths through the middle sector, so he still needs to
yeah,
find.
2 tenths, but he needs to find another 3. It's not enough
Yep,
yet. But
but
he did make a big mistake here on his last lap.
yep,
Doesn't make it this time. He's learned his lesson. Well, how much of a difference will that make?
it's gonna be very close indeed, I think.
Yeah. Nice commitment on turning, and he picked up that apex really nice, so he's really going for it now.
Yep. Oh
Ooh, bit of a lock-up, running wide.
no!
Yeah,
He did,
I think he's just throwing this away.
but I think he can
It's
still
looking like a
improve.
good
But
lap.
yeah, yeah, look how close that was. Verk put 7
Yeah,
fastest.
in spite
Oh,
of those mistakes, he was still only half-tenth away, so he could have quite easily been pulled without that. Still a good job from Speedy, but could have been a bit more. So he has plenty of time to make that up in the race, so well done to him.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also an interesting fact is that Speedy have won every race in a 2SL he have attended to. Won 5 out of 7 races as a reserve.
Yeah, as Popo said, the other 2 races he didn't attend, so obviously couldn't win. But he has 100% success rate so far.
Hmm. So I guess the goal here in his debut for Mercedes will to keep that up. And
If
the
I'm not
game
mistaken,
is.
his
Oh, you
debut was
just.
actually last time out in Canada, which was unbeknownst to us at the time. So, yeah, he had a decent debut in Canada, I think it's fair to say.
Oh,
Dominating.
okay. Oh,
So,
yes, yeah.
yeah, he won by quite a hefty margin in the end. So, can he do that again today?
Hmm. Yeah, I think he. Yeah, I mean, quali isn't everything, so. And this is a track where overtaking is possible. So
Yeah,
I believe
definitely.
I believe in him.
Yeah. So it's not over till the flag. He'll want to make a good jump and really stretch his legs on the start.
But yeah, I also wanted to mention Cody's being glitchy again. Didn't show the quali result screen. GG.
I would have said I was surprised, but that would be a lie.
Oh yeah.
That's
But I was just looking at the chat. Not the most interesting things going on there. Let's hope it's gonna be more interesting in the race.
so. There are 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and Cody's making glitchy games. I
Indeed,
think it's fair to
yes.
say.
Uh,
I don't think I'm particularly out of line there, given what we've seen in the past couple of weeks. So
yeah.
yeah, get out the finger, Cody's. Start working on it.
But yeah, I also want to mention that we have a full grid here starting the race. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full house. I think we had a full grid last time as well, so attendance is
I think.
really good here, which is awesome to see.
Yep, indeed. I mean, then the Salati one, I love its no assist, but people seem to they don't like it, so they don't want to race. I think, yeah.
Yeah, there's something about the lack of assists which is quite intimidating to people, and it's really a shame because, in my opinion, no assist is much
Yep.
funner because you have more control of the car. It's not like there's an invisible hand on the wheel, and it's more of a challenge as well. Uh,
Yeah, it just
Greater
feels so
reward
more
too.
fun. Even you are slower or faster, it's just so much more fun.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a funner experience. So I
Yep.
would urge people to try it if they
But
haven't.
yeah. 5 lights, and away we go. I think Terra's got a good start. Speedy overtakes Spans. Side by side they go. A lot of cars are
Yeah, a
almost
lot of
going
cars in
through
there
it.
in turn 1. 4 wide
S-
and slashes around.
Slashes
Oh,
around.
yeah, connection issues there.
Oh no.
Slash having another bad race.
Oh, someone else lost a lot of positions. Not sure what happened there. Oh, I cannot follow him.
Number of cars running wide, and it's still 2 and 3 wide towards the tail end of the pack. It's really feisty right now.
Oh, look at that. Jesse forces Triton a bit off there. Someone going side by
Oh,
side on
hello.
there. That's
Move for keyboard
Klauenberg, and I
magician.
cannot, I
Oh,
cannot.
it's tight. It's tight, but he gets the move keyboard magician in the back there.
I'm not sure where everyone are at the moment. Just Verk. And Clara here. Oh wait, I think Speedy was very close to Terra for a second there. Royce overtakes Kirst in turn 11, I think it is.
Yeah, it's all kicking off right now. A lot of position changes going on.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Keyboard Magnussen, not a great qualifying, qualified 18th, but is already up 4 positions, so good work from him.
Oh yeah, good job, yeah.
Uh, Clara's getting mugged on the straight, losing 1 position, and probably going to lose another
Oh,
twice.
he's
Runs really wide there.
was
I'm
looking
not
to
sure
the
what that was.
outside, even he didn't have a lot of room. Oh, he goes wide.
Yeah, Danny coming back under him. We'll have the inside line here, but it's left, right, left. Sorry, right, left, right. I should say.
Now Dennis has got the inside. Can he outbrake Clara? Forces him a bit wide. I
I think Danny
think
has it.
he's got the move done. Yeah, very close racing there. Oh,
And
yellow flag somewhere. I think that's Royce. Look at Royce and
yeah,
Jesse and
Kirst
Kirst.
and
Yeah.
Royce are down quite a bit, so that's really
Oh, Royce
unfortunate.
he lost it in the straight there.
Yeah. While we've been chatting, Keyboard Magnussen has made up another 3 positions.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah, good job from him, and
uh,
he's over side by side with TipsyBob now. Oh wait, Terra's lost positions to both Speedy and Bans. I cannot follow all these fights, and Hugo's putting pressure on Terra.
yeah, there's a lot happening at the minute. Wimpy in chat saying Tipsy on the move with Chief fucking on. So yeah, the big movers right now are Tipsy, Keyboard Magnussen, and Silver. Up
Oh,
5 and
Keyboard
6
Magnussen lost
positions.
a position to Ocean fighting while he was fighting with Tipsy. Might have been something there.
Yep.
Or something going on there. Oh my god, look at them fighting there. Terra and Bans. I cannot. Oh no! Terra almost lost it there. Um, yeah, Bans still ahead of Terra.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
He
Speedy's
straddled the
pulling
curb a
away.
bit there in turn 5, so that might have cost him a little bit.
But yeah, now Icewind is caught up to them. Hugo's looking down the inside of Terra. I think Hugo's is gonna
Hugo
make the
going for thinking
double
better of it.
almost.
Yeah, you don't want to
Almost
force
done.
the issue too much. And
Oh my god,
Iceland
look
looking
at
on,
that
but this is
fight.
letting Speedy get away. Speedy is 1.8 seconds ahead of Vance, so checking out.
But yeah, take a look at that battle, really. Impressive how close they are. Just how competitive this league is, really.
Yeah, there's a Vance is getting away just a little bit, but it's really 5 or 6 cars there, pretty much.
Oh, Ocean is past Tipsy now. Ocean fighting, catching up to his P10 now.
Now, Timo will be breaking himself because
Oh,
the last man you want to see when you're in 10th in your mirrors is Mr. OceanChief.
and
And
Triton pits.
Triton pitting early, so I think he might have damage.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe he was in a lot of fights down there.
Yeah, because that's yeah, getting a nose change because that's really early to pit on the mediums. So really having to go to the hards, no other option really. Not just completely ruining the race on him.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Jesse going for a spin again. Not his race.
Hugo's now looking to the outside of Bands. They're going side by side in the chicane.
Yeah.
Bands is doing everything he can to keep. Oh, a bit of contact
Ooh, a bit
there.
of a wheel bang there.
Bands keeping his P2 now. Terra right behind those two. Oh, Hugo's looking to the outside. Bands defending his inside.
Yeah.
Terra had a look at the inside of Hugo's. Yeah, just a lot of things going on here. Also, we have a lot of fights further back, but unfortunately, I cannot watch those. I think
Yellow
Berg has
flag
gone
in
off
sector
Berg's
3
spun,
somewhere.
and
Yeah.
Hugo's made a mistake, and Terra overtakes him. Oh, Icewind is pitting.
Uh, Icewind presumably on the 2-stop thing, because I don't think he has damage, but he made the undercut work to perfection yesterday in SLR Tier 1 before he pinned it, so maybe looking for some strategy. He can definitely get to the end on hards, going for the medium, so I think he's 2-stopping.
Yep, and then cat. I mean, if you got the pace on the two-stopper, that can be an okay strategy. Also, but yeah, I think he's gonna come out in some traffic now. Is
Yeah,
that
there's yellow
Silver?
flags in Sector
That's
1.
Silver and
Silver and
Royce. Or was it Royce? I think it
Slash
was.
getting into it.
Or was it Slash? I thought it was a Ferrari. But
Caught the tail end of that.
big
There's a lot of
damage.
carbon flying.
Yep, and now.
Um, yeah, Rolls Royce has damage too, missing an end plate, so potentially 3 cars caught up in that, and Silver has retired. I can't really blame him for that, with that contact, and then getting a 10-second penalty, cutting the course. So his race was effectively over.
Oh, Royce retires now. I think he was in the incident. Oh my god, look at that, Clara and Nick.
Yeah,
But yeah, look at this from P2 to P5, how close that is.
yeah, it's really close at the minute. It's open contest for the podium right now.
Yep.
Nah,
And the
Silver's saying in the Discord, what is this game? So he might have been F1 gamed by Cody's.
oh yeah, not surprised. Oh yeah, now Nick is going to the outside of Clara.
And
Looked like an
Wimpy
easy
saying
move.
in chat, great racing by these guys, top notch. I'd have to agree.
Yep, indeed. And we have the only the top 8 are on soft, and then all the others are on medium, and Magnussen and Triton are on hard. I think that Triton is gonna try to go on these tires to the end. Yeah, pitted 1 lap ago.
Yep, so Silver saying he received a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Rolls Royce, I believe, and then a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. So, had a collision, but based on his complaints, I wonder was there something else playing a part in that?
Hmm.
I'll get to the bottom of it.
But yeah, somehow Ocean making a gap to Tipsy. Checking if Tipsy have any damage. Yeah, Tipsy does have a damage to some of his left front wing, so that might be why.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
also worth
Clara
mentioning
pitting.
that Chief has. Sorry, Clara pitting. Yeah, so he's going on the 1-stop, I presume. But Chief's pace here today is legitimate. He's pretty handy around this track on this game.
Oh yes, indeed, and he got P8 in SLR Tier 1.
Yeah.
Probably
In
because a
spite
lot
of
of.
getting wiped out by a driver who shall remain nameless and losing about 10 seconds.
Oh, I actually didn't remember that. So yeah, even better the job then.
Yeah. I mean, at one point he was running P3 on merit. So,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I
Chief,
think it was.
doing a good job.
Oh, looks like Terra looking to the inside of Bands here. Just
Oh, it's
leaving
really
off.
close there.
Yeah, Bands
Pants
really want to
holding it.
keep that position. Silver. Wait, yellow
Yellow
flag.
flag somewhere.
Terra goes on the
Oh, Cara's
inside of
gone off.
fast corner. And now Hugos is also overtaking Bands here. The long right hand. Still side by side. Hugos trying to force Bands a bit wide. But now Bands goes aggressively down the inside again and forces Hugos off. Hugos Gets a little off-track advantage from there, I think. Oh, Ban's pitting there. I was thinking, why
Yeah,
is he going straight there? But
yeah, a new pit lane for this year, which is much better because the old pit lane entry is just really clumsy.
yeah.
I think
Also,
you can agree.
the pit exit is also very bad. You just get right out in front of
Yeah, you get
other
fed right
drivers.
into traffic. I nearly had a collision with Bance yesterday in SLR. So with the way the
Hmm.
pit lane feeds back onto the track right in the braking zone. So I think they could look at maybe changing that because it's really not ideal.
But yeah, I just want to mention Ocean. Look here, he's like 4 seconds from the fight here for P2. It's pretty damn impressive. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely still in it. I think it's fair to say, and certainly there to pick up the pieces.
I think Veldmanek had some issues there, some problems. But now they're starting to make some gaps are starting to form, and Terra is catching Speedy. Hmm, Speedy's struggling or something. Terra's catching him really fast. That's actually very strange. Yeah, I think Speedy's pitting now. I think he got some
Yeah,
issues. But
Terra
yeah, I
closed
think
right up.
um, but yeah, I think we should keep an eye on Thimo and Ocean because uh, I found out in the T1 race that actually when you started on mediums, you could actually go from mediums to soft probably. So yeah, and now Chief here in P3.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Uh,
I need to screenshot this.
so worth mentioning, just seeing in the Discord there, Silver lost it on traction in turn two. So presumably Rolls Royce just got into him when he was pointed the wrong way, which is really unfortunate. Um, I think Silver running no assist, presumably, if you lost it on traction. So it's really unfortunate, but worth mentioning to him. It's really easy to do on this game. I done myself yesterday, so happens to everyone.
But I just want to mention, I think look here, Bans is ahead of both Terra and Speedy. Speedy behind Terra now. I don't know if he overtook him off track, and now Terra making a move on Bans here. Look at that racing, close racing between them.
Yeah, and now Speedy's looking to take a part in that.
Look at that. I think Bans is still there. Bans is on the hard tire. Terra on the medium. Speedy as well on the medium.
Ooh, Speedy running wide, as is Bance.
Yeah, Bans running wide, yeah.
And inviting Hugo right back into the party there. Um,
Nick is pitting. We have Ocean in P2 even better.
Interesting to mention, Verk is on soft tires here, so I wonder what he can do about this
I
battle
don't know what I'm doing.
out front. Definitely committed to the two stop.
Screenshot that.
Uh, Nick in the pit.
But now Speedy looking to the outside of Bans. Bans braking very late. Speedy got a pretty good exit, but is still in mode 1.
Speed's right there. Trying to make it work around the outside and gets down the inside. That was nice
Yeah,
and
nice
speedy
move
there.
there.
And now Bance could be vulnerable to Hugo here.
Yeah, I know. Bans he's really a fighter, so
Ooh,
even though Speedy's got the tire advantage, Bans will do anything he can to. Oh, look at that! Hugo was looking to the inside, and Bans made a last second move there. Bans gets forced wide by Speedy again. Now Verk is caught up to them. He's on the
yeah,
soft Verk.
yeah.
Definitely on the two stop. Hugo's looking to the outside of Bans.
So Verk will want to get in and out of this quickly because if he gets followed up behind these guys on slower tires, it will ruin his strategy.
Oh, look at that work
Immediately attacking
on
Hugo.
the outside. Hugos. Oh, Hugos just gets his car ahead, but Work does the switch back.
Yeah, and just way more traction on those soft tires as well. So good racing from Vert there.
Oh yeah, indeed. Nice move there.
Yeah. And Vance will
Calculated.
probably be really vulnerable here at 2 compound difference, so I think maybe a bit of a sitting duck.
Bans doesn't give up that easy.
No, he certainly does not, so he won't make it easy, but I think Vert will have it. Question is when. Let's just hope that Vert doesn't turn in on Vance this time.
But yeah, I don't know if Terra and Speedy are gonna pit again, or else it might be Icewinds who's looking to maybe win it, because he still got at least one more pit stop, I think. Oh wait, Hugos and Bans were running side by side. I didn't get that.
If Icewind can stretch these tires to the end, he's actually in a really good position. Effectively in the lead if he can do the one stop. So
Yeah, but look at that, Bans still defending from Hugos. Great job. Great
yeah,
job, Bans. Keep it up.
you can just see the difference in grip. You go all over him every which way. Vance is not an easy cookie to crack.
Nope, and that's what I really love about his driving style. He's a fighter.
Yeah, it's always great to watch him because you know you'll see something.
He's an overtaking also. Of course he wants to get it done. Ban's still there on the inside. I think Hugo's got the move done, but
Yeah,
oh,
but
Hugo's
runs
goes
really
wide.
wide, so it'll be vulnerable to Vance, and Vance will be able to get DRS on him.
Yep,
And
Ban's now
Verk,
with
having checked out, leave Hugo without any DRS. So it's not over yet. Danny is really fast at this point, having set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:34.9, I believe it was.
Oh, Nick is looking down the inside of Ban's. Ban's not close enough. I just want to check actually if Ocean have any penalties. He doesn't have
Yeah,
a.
I can check. Uh,
Ocean doesn't have one single warning. I really, I.
that's really impressive.
Yep, I actually think that Ocean could be having a good race here.
Yeah.
And Icewind have overtaken Tipsy. Sorry we didn't get that. Was
Oh.
looking at this fight here.
Yeah, I just want to mention about Chief not having any penalties. With all the low curbs here and the kind of, you can't see the apex of every corner, so it's so easy to just be that little bit adventurous and get a cut and get a warning. And obviously those build up as you go along and turn into penalties. So it's really impressive from Chief that he hasn't done that.
Indeed.
So hats off to him.
But now Tipsy's pitting, so I think he will be going on the hard tire. Nick still cannot overtake Bans, and Danny is also behind Bans. We have a little train here now. But Bans still within the second of Hugo's. If he can keep that up, he will get the DRS on the straight, the back straight, so he can defend from the others.
Yeah.
I think he will get the DRS. Yep, he will.
I think it was a bit of a mistake for Bance to go for the hard tire. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
guaranteed one stop, but you can do it on the mediums as well, so he's effectively sacrificed pace.
but yeah, he did it to do the undercut. He ended up in front of both Terra and Speedy on it. But yeah, I'm still not sure if they have any more pit stop. I think Hugo's there, looking to the inside of Verk and the fast right hander, and they get to the long right hander. But Hugo's has already made the move. But Verk
Yeah.
looking to the inside.
So
No.
Hugo is pacey at the minute, so definitely don't discount him. He's a very quick racer.
Oh yeah, indeed he is. Yeah. But now Speed is within the second of Terra now. Terra is behind Keyboard Magnussen,
Yeah,
who still hasn't pitted. Hugo
Hugo
gets
sets the
fastest
fastest
lap.
lap, so he's definitely on the move.
Oh, nice move there around the outside. So now, if Terra wants to keep Keyboard Magnussen within the second of him, so Keyboard Magnussen can defend from Speedy.
Yeah, a little bit of strategy coming into play, perhaps. Speedy has a good run, and Hurst just sets a 1:32.8. So I wonder, has he done another lap of the god?
Speedy looking down the inside, but yeah, Keyboard Magnussen he's also a fighter.
Yeah,
He doesn't
he
give up
won't
that
give an
easy
inch.
on a position, yeah. And he's driving on the keyboard, so he's struggling
Yeah.
also racing others, but that was Jose was fair what he did then. Chicane, Speedy looking to the outside, and he
Oh,
goes wide.
Speedy,
I think this
bit
was
much.
exactly what Terra hoped would happen. Would happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Span still defending from Nick and Danny.
Yeah.
Damn impressive.
So, just on the as Keyboard Magnussen pits. Yeah, even with Speedy bottled up behind Keyboard Magnussen, Terra wasn't really stretching away. The gap was only 7/10 there, so in spite of being bottled up, Speedy is on terms with Terra.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Vergan, Keyboard Magnussen pitted. So yeah, I think they both go on the medium. I think yeah they're gonna last to the end, of course. I think yeah.
Yeah,
Speedy gets a penalty. I just saw that.
yeah, and also of note, he's not in DRS, so this would buy Terra some.
Bans. No, why didn't Bans defend the inside? Come on, Bans. Don't give up now. You have fought so hard. Yeah, but still impressive job from Bans there, keeping them behind for so long.
Yeah, really impressive.
Now he will defend from Danny. But yeah, I believe Thimo and Ocean will try and go on the softs for the end, to the end.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like right now.
Yep.
So I think they'll probably try and get to lap 20,
Yeah,
maybe lap 21, and pit then.
I think lap 19 and 8 laps,
Yeah, you could make it go
maybe.
from lap 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can work. So almost in the pit window now, so we'll see a bit of a change to the order soon. I'm still really curious to know what Icewind's strategy is. Whether or not he's going
Yeah.
for the 1 or 2 stop, because if he's going for the 1 stop, then he's in the effective lead, and by a decent margin as well.
Hmm. Yeah, Ice when he started on the soft. But yeah. Oh, can he do it to the end? There will be 22 laps. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, Danny
His
there.
pace for I also want to mention Icewind's pace is slower than Terror and Speedy and the like right now by a considerable margin.
Triton DNF.
So,
We have to
oh
speed.
dear, Triton.
Let's see if we can find him here. I think that must have been on the exit to the straight here. To the second straight. Yep, he's right there. I think he must have
Yeah,
lost it.
yeah. Triton has not had much fortune lately. So it's a bit of a shame for him, but hopefully he can get back on the wagon soon. He did have a good race yesterday, though, so hopefully that's enough to keep him motivated.
Yep. But yeah, I believe that Terra, Speedy, Hugos, those guys are gonna keep their mediums to the end when I just look at it. But yeah, Speedy now caught up to Terra behind Ocean right now. Terra will get the DRS from Ocean.
Yeah, and Speedy will also have the DRS, so it's a bit of a train.
Yeah, Ocean train.
Not close enough to make anything work on Ocean. So it's still Linus' turn at the minute. And this will play into Icewind's hand if he is doing that one stop. Because they will lose time behind Ocean, who's on quite old mediums at this point.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Danny and Vance were still fighting. Actually, further back they go side by side. Danny on the outside, the long right-hander.
Yeah. Can he make it work? He nearly does. Still there, but won't really have enough, and goes really wide. That's a bit of a mistake.
And now Terra wants to make a move on Ocean here.
Yeah, they're really close.
Oh
And
yeah,
I think
Ocean
Terra has it. Yeah,
doesn't
Ocean
get
is
the
sitting duck.
exit. I think meanwhile Speedy here can do the double overtake. They go 3 wide here.
Yeah, I think
4-1.
Speedy was trying for the Hakkinen, but didn't quite get it.
Yeah, he was very close to Terra. But yeah, he got Ocean. I think he's very happy not to be stuck behind him again.
Yeah,
Or
and
like,
is right
yeah,
on Terra's gearbox and in DRS, so I think we'll see a change of position here.
I believe. Yeah. He's in mode 3, mode 4, overtake mode. He's gaining. He's going so fast there. Yep, easy move with
Yeah,
all the advantages. But I think Terra got the pace to keep up with him. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the penalties. Terra does not have a single warning. Meanwhile, Speedy have got 1 penalty. So Terra just needs to stay within 3 seconds and he will jump Speedy. Yeah, when will Thimo pit? Not this lap, but Ocean. Because Ocean is of course gonna start losing time and getting overtaken by a lot of cars now. Yeah, he stays out. Yep, we have Terra and Speedy here again.
so I think Ocean and Team will probably pit this lap.
Oh
Starting
yeah,
to
maybe.
lose a lot of time now.
And also Danny have overtaken Vance. Sorry I didn't get that. But yeah. Um, Ocean overtaken by Nick. I think that's Clara pit. Oh, I thought there was a yellow flag because of Clara, but okay, never mind.
Uh, Certainly Teemu's in a really good position. He'll come up behind Bance on the hard tires, but he will have the soft, so he'll have rapid pace. Um, Ocean will probably come out in P10.
Yep, and then I think he got the pace to catch Tipsy who got wing damage if he didn't repair it.
Yeah.
Check if doesn't look like he repaired it. Oh wait. Oh
Well,
yeah, I think
actually,
he did.
depending on the
I think he did. Yeah, he did
yeah,
repair it.
depending on the length of the pit lane, how long the pit time is exactly, you might just get out ahead of Tipsy. But it'll definitely be close.
Let's look. Yeah, Timo is pitting. About Ocean. Go with Danny here, who's right behind him. Yep. And I was watching Danny. I mean, Danny have 6 seconds of penalties, and Bans doesn't have a penalty. Hmm.
Interesting.
But yeah, Ocean pitted. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Now,
Ocean got
judging
the.
by sorry.
Oh, No, sorry, you just
Yeah. So judging by the fact that Icewind didn't pit in response to Thimo, I think he's probably going to the end on this set of tires.
Oof. Yes, he's gonna be good on the tire wear.
Yeah. Because he would have seen Thimo pitting ahead of him, and
Yeah.
if that's the strategy he was going on, he would have pitted to cover Thimo. So I think,
Tipsy's pitting. But yeah,
oh, this is interesting.
yellow flags. Could that been Tipsy? No.
I'm not
But yeah.
quite sure why Tipsy was pitting because he was on 6 lap old tires, I believe. So I'm not really sure what he was doing there.
Yeah, he was looking to get some points. They were in reach.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, Ocean will try to catch Keyboard Magnussen. Of course. I can check if Timo and Keyboard Magnussen have
Icewind
penalties.
pit.
Icewind pits. Oh.
I think this might be a mistake from Icewind.
But yeah, of course, if he know he cannot make it to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, he's going to drop back a long way anyway. So I kind of wonder why he didn't try and risk it and go for it. Because he's not going to get an amazing result anyway. And even more interesting, he's gone on to mediums. I'm not
Mediums.
sure why
Why?
he's doing that.
Why?
I don't know. I think Icewind has just bottled this.
Yep. Yeah, he was fighting for podium in the first laps, but yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really see why he didn't break up the 2 stints a bit more evenly if he's going mediums to medium. He was just hemorrhaging time at the end of the stint. It's a close battle with Timo now. He seems to be keeping up, but Timo has the grip advantage.
Oi. No.
Kirst has retired.
The generational talent. Retired.
P0 Bilosh P0.
I think he's. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry
there's
if
a
I
yellow
sound a
flag
bit.
up there. He's pointed the wrong way somehow. I'm not entirely sure how he's done that. So, quite a shame for Bilosh.
Oh, and Wimpy mentioning that my grading host, but no, that Icewind didn't have any more. What's it called?
Yeah.
Softs left, of course, yeah.
At the same time, I think it would have been worth it to take a used set of soft, considering the amount of lap distance left. Like, you could have used one of his
Oh yeah,
quali
lobby
softs and
glitched.
still had plenty
Lobby
of.
glitched. Oh my god.
F1 game, please.
Oh my god. You got to be kidding me. um, yeah, Keyboard Magnussen, P3. Good job, good job. Ocean now P3. Keyboard Magnussen drops down to P14. Now Ocean drops down to P14. P15 from P3. I don't know what is going.
What is going on?
Oh
This
my god.
is. This is just unacceptable. Some people have paid as much as 70 € for this game. It's out how long, and we're still having fundamentally game-breaking glitches in multiplayer, which is what people buy this game for. Career mode is nice, but multiplayer is the focus. League racing is the focus. So why is this not working? Just unacceptable.
Yeah, I was very tired just before like I start to be to commentate the race, and I was just feel even more depressed right now.
I think it's starting to sort itself out a bit, but this
Nah,
is
I think
just.
they're still changing. Are they?
Yeah, this is just non acceptable.
Wait, Timo's ahead of Bans. Oh my, what? On track? Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know if this is legitimate or not. We're having severe issues with the lobby right now. Just
Oh my god. Drivers just changing?
yeah, Bance is saying his game crashed, which explains why we're migrating hosts,
I think.
and also explains why Thimo might be ahead of him, I guess.
But yeah, I'm still. It's just
Uh,
unbelievable.
these positions still aren't making sense. Like Clara P4, Jesse P5, Bell P6. Like this is clearly not right.
Oh, indeed not. Will Manike P5 from P20. Yeah, they're leaving the session now.
Yeah, this is just. I have no words for this. It's a joke.
That joke. Let's see what they're saying in Discord. Uh, Nothing at the moment. Yes.
Judging by the positions
Wait,
as they
what?
stand, I
I
think
think.
we
Oh,
might actually be
we're back.
correct right now.
Cody's are fixed. But yeah, Bans, of course, lost all his points on that. Not fair
Yeah,
at all. And I think a few people left the lobby. I don't know if it was drivers actually racing or the drivers who DNF'd. But now we have a 3-man battle for the lead. I'm gonna just check on the penalties. Oops, that's the wrong one. Speedy, 1 penalty. Terra, nothing. Hugos, nothing. So actually looks like the Speedy will get P3. Oh, look at that. Now, Ocean, come
uh,
on, Ocean. Get that
yeah.
P8.
Nick could still steal P3 from Speedy though, because the gap is only 2.7, gone up to
Oh,
2.9 right as I speak. So still not a done deal for the podium yet.
yeah, I think we should actually. I think this battle here, Ocean's battle here, is way more important than bat for the lead.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is.
actually, disregard what I was saying about Nick. He does actually have a penalty, so he won't factor into this.
Oh,
Yeah, Ocean has really caught up to Keyboard Magnuson, who goes wide there. He's compromised his line all the way through.
I think Terra just keeping a gap to Speedy, not doing the overtake, because then they're gonna have a battle going on forever. Where they just keep overtaking. Oh my god!
Oh,
Ocean
that's
goes
a
for the
huge dive bomb by
dive. Oh
Ocean.
my
What?
god.
What was that? That was incredible.
Oh, Ocean. Ocean is my god, really. Such a great move.
That was no holds barred. So Keyboard Magnuson coming back, gets his line cut off. He was driving into a
Looking to the
disappearing
inside.
gap.
Really wants to get that position back now.
Yeah, but he just doesn't have the grip. You can see by the attitude of the cars, OceanChief just has so much more. And Hughes
Oh,
gets a
Hugos
3 second
gets a
time penalty.
penalty.
So that takes him out of contention for a potential win.
Actually, this is looking good for Nick now. Um, then he will get P2. Then
No,
he's.
he won't because he has a penalty as
Did Nick
well.
have a penalty? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So it's looking like
Oh, I
Terror
didn't see
Speedy
that.
Hughes for the podium right now.
So yeah, wait, who didn't have a penalty? Was it Hugo's who didn't have a penalty? Hugo's did. Hugo's does have a penalty. Oh my god, he
Yeah, he
got one
picked one
this
up
lap.
just there.
Hugo's, why? Now it's looking like...
Might be asking, does Thimo have any penalties? I will check that now.
Yeah, you can compare him to...
He doesn't even have. He has one warning. Thimo has one warning. So fantastic
Keyboard
stuff from him
Magnussen.
there.
Keyboard Magnussen 3% ERS, but still goes overtaking mode. Goes down the inside.
Yeah,
Dude,
but Chief will
lift
have the
them.
cut back in the better drive, and he'll have ERS as well, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, Keyboard Magnussen got no power left, no ERS left. Come on, Ocean. We should check if Keyboard Magnussen have a penalty. Yeah, he did have 2 penalties. I think I checked that earlier, but now Ocean here. It's going down the inside and right hander on the
Getting a bit of
outside.
a pinch there.
Just a
Bit of
little
lag
bit.
there.
Come on, Ocean.
I think Ocean has this position on penalties anyway, but he'd love to get it on track.
Yep. Meanwhile, Berg is catching up to that battle.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Chief really needs to recharge his batteries. He's down to 6%. Around the outside in turn 1, that was a nice move.
Yeah, Keyboard Magnussen also
Keyboard
low
Magnussen coming
battery.
back.
Oh my god, this is such a great battle here.
Now I wonder, is this strategic from OceanChief to let Magnussen through so he can get the DRS? Could be.
Jan Berg behind got a lot of penalties. He's got a 10-second penalty. Oh. Wait, I think that must have... I think Berg he left and rejoined again and he got a glitch 10-second penalty.
Yeah, I think he might have.
I think it's a glitch one actually. Yeah, he's also got 8 seconds of penalties beside that from stop and go penalty, speeding in the pit lane and oh wait, was
Yeah.
this last lap? Okay, I
Uh,
didn't even know.
yeah.
Terra wins the race.
Yep.
Speedy
Terror
gets
is Speedy and Hugo's, which is as we predicted. Nick in P4.
Danny.
And Danny, I believe there was a car killing itself in the background there a minute
Oh
ago.
yes, that's great. Let's see how they will finish here at the back. OceanChief don't need to overtake Keyboard Magnussen, he just needs to stay within 6 seconds of him, which I think he will. Oh my god, look at this. They're going 3 wide across the line. Ocean gets
But
his
yeah, Chief
P8.
gets it. No penalties. It's an easy job there.
Indeed.
And Tipsy gets ahead of Verk on penalties, but we're not sure if that penalty is legit or not for Verk, so we'll have to check that out. And
Yep.
Clara coming around to take P12, so not the race he would have wanted. He was right up there at the beginning, but it all fell away from him at the end.
Yeah, he think he went off the track at some point.
Yeah, he had to pit early, I think. May have had damage, and then he went for a spin on his outlap, and that kind of ended his race there, pretty much. Good racing from the top few, and particularly close in the first several laps.
But yeah, Terra, yeah, well deserved win. He had a good pace.
Yeah,
And
great drive from Terra there.
who got pole? I think it was Terra who got pole.
I think he did, yeah. The
Yep.
130.020. So great driving from
Yeah,
this
great
grid.
driving. I think he might be my driver of the day. Um, and Ocean
Uh,
as well, those two, because
yeah,
yeah,
Ocean had a great drive.
Terra had a perfect rate. Yeah, perfect quali and then perfect race. With only one warning or something. Quite impressive.
Yeah, I think I might give my vote to. Yeah, it would be Chief or Terror for me.
Yeah, yeah, same here, but yeah, I'm still gonna give it to Terra. Sorry, Chief. You did well.
So yeah, Chief definitely had a great race.
Oh
So
yeah, and also yeah, Keyword
well done,
Magnussen
Chief.
got a good start, but yeah, don't think the hards to start on was the right choice, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah,
still fine race for him.
yeah. So if any drivers want interviews, please let us know.
Yep.
Send us a message on Discord, and we can drag you in.
Oh yeah, should we put on the epic interview screen?
I think we should.
Yes, we have been doing a few upgrades here. Uh, du- 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 du-
Yes, we almost know what we're doing.
du- 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 du. Epic.
Completely incompetent now, largely.
Does the viewers like it? Perfect, right?
I'm watching the stream myself right now, so I'm gonna have a look, see exactly what you've prepared. So, we'll see if we can get any interviews sorted now.
Oh yeah.
Jesus
Really?
Christ,
think
what is this back?
Chief
Oh,
is
what am I
looking.
doing? Oh, man. You've really jinxed him by saying that, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Where are you doing?
Oh, Timo, watch.
Where do you want me to go, you fuck?
tracking Chief.
Are you guys freaking serious, man?
I don't.
Terror,
Like,
did you get a
I
warning
swear
on
to
what the
you,
fuck's happening
Freaking
here?
Ferrari spun and
Yeah.
made me lost.
Terror, did you get a warning?
Sorry,
What the
you-
fuck's happening
Freaking
here?
Ferrari spun and made me lost
Yeah.
stop.
Well, I can
Terror,
tell you it wasn't me.
can't speak,
It was
man.
Yeah, so Chief is good for the interview.
Oh great. Oh yeah, we have Chief in here now. Hello, Mr. Chief.
Hello.
Yep.
Or
Was a
how was it for you guys?
Oh yeah,
It
it
was
was a
good.
great race. Apart from Cody's messing up a bit.
Oh yeah, that's standard. That's standard.
Yeah,
Yeah, standard.
it's a fact of life at this point.
Yeah, I was racing and I saw the McGradin host and then I was like, okay, it's not too bad. And then I saw the positions started messing up. I was P9 and then suddenly I was P3, P2, P1, and I was just hoping that the lobby wasn't going to be abandoned because that was probably one of my best races to date.
Yeah, you had a really solid race.
Yeah, you had a very consistent pace and didn't do many mistakes.
And I
Yeah.
also want to point out no penalties. I'm not even sure if you
Oh,
got a
Yeah.
warning, which is really impressive as well.
yeah, I had two warnings, but it was later on. But I don't know why, but this track I'm able to dial into a bit more than the other ones. So it's hopeful for the future because I kind of needed something like this to kind of give me a bit of hope that I'm not that slow.
Yeah, I think you've definitely found a groove, which is really awesome. So well done.
Yeah, it might be just these kind of tracks maybe suit me better, where it's a bit more flowing, less kind of technical kind of stuff. Like Monaco is my absolute nemesis. Um, Even though I survived to SRL Monaco this season, it was in the wet. Somehow I survived that, and but yeah, that race was pretty epic from my point of view. Like I saw people talking about this medium to soft strategy as possible, and the SLR race I think I did 20 laps on the medium. So I was thinking I qualified outside the P10 or the top 10, so I had fresh tires. If I could do 20, many laps was there? 35 in total?
There's 27 laps.
Oh, 27, even better. If I could do 20 laps on the softs or even, around about that, then I could definitely go, or sorry, the medium, then I could definitely go to the soft and you could do like a maximum of 10 laps, I think, on the soft. So I was pretty confident. Whenever I was in the race there, I saw that Timo he had obviously had the same idea. and I was just saying to the guys because I had Wimpy and Icewind on the comms, and I was just saying, listen, if Thimo pits, tell me because I'm going to pit exactly when he pits. And fair play to Thimo. Thimo had some really good pace. I was catching him at the first stint, but I think he was being held up a wee bit. Yeah, so I had a pretty good race. Feeling pretty good about that. I don't know if you caught it in stream, but me and Hartso were having a fierce battle at the very end there.
Oh yes, we focused
Yeah,
on that
we were
battle.
watching that.
Yeah, and I'd like to say a big I already sent him a message, but I apologize to Hartsa because we're on the straight approaching the chicane. I had the DRS and I was kind of, it looked like it could go for a move on him, but whenever you're behind a car in cockpit view, sometimes the braking points aren't so obvious, and I totally missed the 100-yard or 100-meter brake point, and I just slammed on the brakes because I knew at this point I was already past 100 meters, so slammed on the brakes, turned the car in, and somehow even managed to overtake Keyboard Magnussen. But I think he said in the message that he actually saw what had happened and he kind of knew to stay out of the way a wee bit. So it could have been really bad that I could have taken both of those out. So I do apologize for that if he wants to report me for it or whatever. But no harm done. I knew he had a time penalty, but I did want to get him on track. And I think Verk was catching us from behind then once I got Hartsa caught up. But Hartsa is pretty difficult to overtake, it appears. So fair play to him. But I got him on time penalties. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so well
that
done to you.
yeah, your move then, the chicane, we got that on the stream, and we thought it was quite an impressive move.
I was thinking if you saw that on the outside, you probably think, oh, he meant to do that, and that was pretty awesome, yeah. But
Yeah.
I did not mean to do that. I will upload my POV of that because it was quite hilarious how I just made the move on him. But I think that was part of that was down to Keeper Magnuson. He's obviously very experienced and he obviously knows to what to watch out for and appreciate the fact that you can race against certain guys and you can trust them a wee bit, and everybody makes mistakes. So that was a mistake on my behalf, and thankfully no one died. And another thing to be thankful of is there was no rain in this race, which seems to be a theme recently with France and league races. Just rain, rain, rain. And I never practice in the rain, so it's always bad news if it does rain. But yeah, overall, great experience. Loved it. Buzzing.
Yeah, so well done.
Yeah, and you
Mm,
were
sure.
one of the contenders for driver of the day. Yeah. I gave it to Terra. He got pole and won the race. Sorry, Chief. Sorry.
Pole. That's so easy to get pole. I mean, come on, but like what
Yeah,
I
how
did,
often you done it?
what I did, I don't know, but it's pole. Who would like it's come on.
So you're giving everyone else their moment in the sun, is that it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm here to make everyone else look good, and I'm doing a
Well,
pretty good job.
that's very humble of you.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just generally slow, but I like to but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. P10. It's now looking like P8. It's now my new position to aim for in races, but we'll see how the next one goes. I think it's Austria next.
Yeah. I think Timo's up for an interview, so
I
I think
think
we'll drag him in.
Terra was
Okay.
first, I think. So, yeah, we can get both of them in.
Yeah, we'll drag both of them in. Drag them in now.
Congrats, Chief.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. I'll catch you later. I'll watch the stream later. Take it easy.
Well, I'll drag Timo in now and take Tara while we're at it.
Oh,
And
hello?
So,
oh yes,
hello,
hello.
gents.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, here we are. Hey. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello there.
Oh. Hello.
It's a party in here.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. it
Sure
is.
as hell is.
Indeed. So who's first?
I don't care.
it's up to you guys.
Came first in the race,
Let's start
so-
with the generational talent.
Okay then. Pilos.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So,
was-
pole fastest lap, lights flag victory, never overtaken. Did 5 pit stops and still won by 2 laps. Yeah.
I suppose.
Epic race.
I thought you were
Quality,
into
top
being
quality.
cursed.
Is
Yeah,
that
sorry.
what the desync showed you?
Well, on the subject of desync, apparently you set a 32.8 in the race, which was allegedly the fastest lap. So
No, I'm just fast as fuck, boy.
Oh.
Honestly.
Yeah. I'm afraid Icewind gets that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, suck my balls, mate.
Oh.
No potty mouthing. If you can potty
This is
mouth,
two-
I
this
can
is two-
potty
this is
mouth
two
as
us,
well.
bro. We're allowed
Don't
to do
want
that
that.
here. It's fine.
But it's EGL, and we're going to get
Yeah,
yoinked.
it's the
I
EGL
suppose.
channel. So
I
yeah.
suppose.
Just don't be nice. Just say other things. I don't know.
N-
Don't.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I suppose
so-
not.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Curse, talk
so-
us through a race.
Oh, I mean, epic race, honestly. Anyway, qualifying kind of I don't know. It wasn't the perfect lap. I could have probably gone a little bit faster. It's a bit disappointed. The race was reasonably clean until lap 2, where I got yoinked. So that was very epic, personally. And then, I never really got back into the race. Really, it was very close between a lot of people, actually. So yeah, it was.
yeah, it's a shame to go the way it did.
Yeah. I know. I feel like I could have gotten some decent enough points if I actually finished well without damage, but I didn't. So I really ended up in the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
And I
So,
don't have much practice as well, and then just to get yoinked like that on lap 2 was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, not great there. Sorry for that. So shall we move on to the race winner, Mr. Terra Incognito? So, a decent race, you could say.
Yeah, it was one of those races where everyone was like as fast as each other, basically. I think Speedy was slightly faster than I was, which is why he was ahead. But again, I mean, it's like the same issue that and the issue that you don't have with Assetto Corsa, and the issue that you do have with F1 2019 and 2018 before, is that it's such a big advantage to be behind. Like,
Yeah.
if you're within a second of the car in front, like, you get free lap time. You get like half a second of free lap time every lap. So I was just like chilling behind Speedy for the whole race, conserving ERS, etc., etc. He was obviously trying to get away. And yeah, that was basically the race. There was no incentive for me to pass until the last couple of laps. I did try on the last lap. I knew he had a penalty by that point, so I didn't need to. And that was the race, really. But I mean, it was just like, I mean, just in general, it's really, really good to see everyone on the same pace. There were like 6 or 7 cars running in a pack at the beginning because everyone was so fast.
Yep. If not
Yeah,
more
it really
cars,
looked.
actually.
Yeah, it looked like it could go any of a number of ways. So it was really fun to watch. But it settled down after the pit stop thing. So well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And now, Mr. Thimo. So
hello.
interesting strategy. Worked
Yeah.
out fairly well. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, it really did. The mediums do not wear at all here. I did like 10 laps in Grand Prix mode, and I had with what Tara said me told me about strategy, and I was like, well, I think I'll be able to make that stick, and then I screwed up my qualifying royally. But I don't even think it was because I screwed my lapses. It was just everyone being so quick, and I was literally 1 second and 4,000ths of a second behind Terra, and I was in P14. And that was, I mean, that shows you where 2Sarel is right now in terms of gap. I don't think we've got that in any other league. I mean, in EGL definitely, and I mean, that's kind of special, and I really like that. And so I was on the mediums, and then the start of the race, there was a bit of fighting going on. I had a good start for a change. I actually gained 2 positions in the first corners. The lines just worked out for me, and then I was running behind Cursed and who was it? The guy Cursed crashed with. I think Roy.
Rolls-Royce.
Yes.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had their accident, and I just barely managed to avoid them. And I know that Triton crashed into me. And that was unlucky for them, but I managed to get out alive, and I was in P10 then after having started P14 and was really happy with that. But I was like, I don't know, 3 seconds behind the whole train, and I always looked at it and was like, I want to be in that train. It would be so much fun, but I couldn't get closer because I was on mediums, I assume. They were holding each other up, but I was on mediums. Then everyone pitted, and I stayed out till the end, or not till the end, but to the end of my tire life, so lap 20, and tried to set the fastest lap, but it didn't work out because Icewind did basically the same, and he was a bit quicker than me. And I think on the lap, he said he overtook me with DRS, so I didn't really have a chance on the fastest lap. I could have driven faster, that would have helped. And yeah, that was basically my race. I had no warning. That's the biggest achievement of my race. Also, that I'm pretty consistent because I finished 7th in 5 out of 8 races, and it's my best result.
Yeah, I know what it's like to finish in the same position in 5 races.
Difference is there's only 5 people racing.
Laughing and crying.
I still beat you.
Not in Monaco.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sorry, I meant no shit. I meant no shit.
I don't know.
Beef. Bring it on.
To SRL gossip? Or what?
Yeah. Also, I want to add that this has been a great race for Williams because our main rival,
That's true.
they've been beaten. They are in 10th and 14th. I mean, Bance is not at fault for it, but
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
unfortunate for Bance. That's a shitty way to lose
Yeah.
all of those points. He was, I mean, he,
But,
gamed.
yeah, it happened because I was behind him and I was not in P7. I'm afraid.
yeah, he was struggling on strategy as well as Bance, but he was going to finish like, I don't know, P5, P6, something like that. He would have got really good points for it.
Yeah, it's a shame for him, but it's
that's really quite.
it's good for the rivalry. McLaren.
Does that mean are we ahead? Are we ahead in the
I
channel?
think we jumped them. Yeah, now with this race, we jumped them.
Oh, it was
I'm pretty
11
sure.
points. Oh, yeah, we definitely have. That's not
Oh,
even.
yeah, you have to
and
lead.
I mean,
by a long way.
but Speedy and Clara will also be contenders with Speedy's consistency and Clara's form he had from the start of the season on. So it will be tough, but they are at a disadvantage because Speedy obviously didn't drive for them until Canada.
Yeah.
I think the constructors will be very exciting.
Yeah.
Sorry for. Yeah.
I would point out this is the first race Speedy has had in 2SRL this season that he hasn't won. He's won every race he's entered up to now. So
yeah,
good job, Trevor.
I did. I did note that after the checkered flag. It was he won this one on track, but yeah, he didn't. Didn't win it with the penalty.
In the end, keeping it on track and avoiding warnings is part of the job. So
yeah. I got one warning on the last lap, and that was because I tapped the back of Speedy going into the chicane because I was trying to overtake him. So I didn't get any track extension warnings or anything like that. So
yeah,
I was
had a
happy.
warning. I had a warning for a collision as well. It was the one in lap 2 where Curse died.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
It only counts in my soul because I'm dead inside now.
Yeah, rest in peace to you.
I think that's it, unless anyone has any other comment.
I've got
roll
one
on the next
last,
races.
I've got one
Well,
last
see,
comment.
at least the next track is a Bilosh track because it's easy as fuck.
Hey, braking and turning.
It is literally Monza 2.0, so
Bilosh
Bilosh for P1.
Yeah, I've got one last comment. What was that about? I'm never going to beat you again, Tipsy? Huh?
Shade, I love it.
I'm not very happy that the Thimo and Bilosh rivalry is going down to fucking poo-poo, I would say personally. It's not very epic at the moment.
There should be a Netflix documentary about it, to be honest.
It will. We will make 2SRL Drive to Survive.
It's happening.
It's happening, and I will be responsible for it, so I'll have the. I hate you already.
Yeah, and by the way, Timo, we had some rivalry going on between Tipsy and Ocean.
Yeah, I saw it on my Delta, but I was way above them, so I couldn't really pay attention. I'm afraid.
But that would be epic clip to the documentary.
Yeah, but I must say I enjoyed it when we had like 8 laps where the provisional podium was going to be me, OceanChief, and Tipsy. That
Oh.
was pretty funny.
That's pretty epic.
I have to get a frame and put that onto my wall. Without context, because that would destroy it.
Yeah, context would take a massive dump all over that. So,
Yeah.
but you can
But yeah.
pretend you're on for a podium. We'll support you.
Yeah, just killed
We
your
can also
graphic, by
pretend
the way.
that I have 2 podiums. That'd be very
Oh,
epic.
that's fixing it.
Yeah, you definitely had 2 podiums, Milos. You didn't bottle either of them in any way, shape, or form.
Of course. I am only slightly still depressed over China. Slightly. Slightly.
Slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think we should probably end the stream now. It's dragging on.
Yeah,
a
I
bit.
think.
You think so?
I suppose it is.
Just a bit, man. Just a bit. Sure. Fuck it. We'll do a marathon. Keep it
I
going.
suppose we could have got 12-hour
Yeah, just
Minecraft
shut it
live
off.
stream too.
Just
That'd be very
shut
epic.
it off.
Yeah.
But
Do
yeah.
it.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Bye, Carcraft.